Holy shit, guys. This is going to be like a super short video, but I am at episode 56. They are in the presence of the queen. Holy shit. I knew it. I said this. I said, oh no, in the beginning of when they came to Jorhas, they let two of the Kryn soldiers get away. If I was saying it, if they got away, it's fucked. They used the dimension door. Yeah, it was dimension door. I'm pretty sure is the name of the spell, and got away. And here this motherfucker was pulled up. They were already not fooling the queen. I love Jester and Not. Do not get me wrong. I love their personality. But in terms of how the game was supposed to go, I don't think they should have trolled as much as they did. Like, especially Travis here, Ford and Caduceus, they should have been the ones to speak. Either, like, Bo and Caleb were just out of it. They can't because of the whole human thing going on here and how they look and the whole, trying to stay as less attention as possible. And from the beginning, I said they should have took the gold and left. They should have took the gold and left. Like I was saying it. They cannot step in front of, like, they're in enemy lines. Not necessarily to them because they're kind of like free roamers, but they just, and they were saying it the whole time. We do not need to use the dodecahedron here. And not to fucking use the fragment, the mote of possibility. Oh my gosh. Why in front of the queen? Like, I know that was like a pressure moment on Sam, but I said I bet they can sense the energy. I'm pretty sure they said it too. And then what's crazy is what threw me out of my chair was when the soldier with them stepped up. When he stepped up and said, we were doing a battle with, with like some of the Empire's filth, and they were there. And that shit just had them like, oh man, they knew it was wraps. It was over. That shit, I knew instantly. When he stepped up and said, my queen, I said, this motherfucker fought them. He's one of them, isn't he? I could see it like opening like a book because I was like, I was saying it like this. I've been battling this in my head, like as I've been watching this, but I know they are playing completely. They're playing basically like a whole person with a whole backstory that they created, made up. So their character that they have certain personalities to them, no matter what. And I love that. I feel like you should be yourself no matter what. But I feel like in this intense moment, it was very, very, very dumb of Ford and Caduceus not to step up and tell Not and Jester, do not play around with this. Nobody in the group. I don't know if Caleb did, but it didn't seem like any of them were serious about like being in the presence of the first lady, the Den Mother. I don't know her name, but if I refer to Den Mother, I'm pretty sure you guys will know who it is. So the Den Mother, when they first came at her with this kind of thing, I think it was good because they kind of nailed it, and that part was being goofy and cool to me. But then when they got to the queen and kind of started doing this shit, I was like, this is like really dumb if Ford does not speak more, or like Caduceus doesn't speak more. Like the fact that Not and Jester were allowed to talk, because I know their characters and their personalities. I love them, don't get me wrong, but I feel like even like goofy, like people who are goofy, almost like you think of like the class clown, they push it to the edge as much as they can, but then there's those moments where they should know, like, okay, I'm kind of in the face. Maybe some people are just badasses, don't give a fuck. No matter whose face they're in, they're gonna act the same as them, or they're gonna act the same as themselves. But at this moment, I was just like, no, like, Ford, please do most of the speaking, or at least try. Which he failed or he kind of got it. He got an 11 on deception, but he didn't even get to speak anyways because the Korean soldier spoke up. But what I will say is this is the only part where I think I've disliked Not and Sam's been growing on me. Not, I've actually loved Not from the beginning. Jester started to grow on me a lot more. I love like the bubbly nature, Laura's killing her character. She's awesome. But this is one of the moments I have to say in the story where I was actually upset. Like, not upset, but I was actually like kind of mad that they were the ones kind of duo investigator. Oh, here's our evidence and stuff. They went about it in a way where if time was the thing that they were worrying about, like let's try to stay as low as we can under the radar here, do our dirt, get out. If they were trying to do it like that, they were not the two that should have spoke to the den mother, and especially not the fucking queen. Like, no way. I feel like they should have thought about this a bit more. Like, I can't believe there wasn't one of them who said that. Like, that blows my mind. Like, I know they're playing a character, and they gotta follow kind of what that character would do, and be in the mind of what they would do and how they would move. But I really feel like Caleb or Beauregard would have spoke up more about being in enemy territory, and maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should just, take the money, whatever. I don't know, but what's funny is I have not stopped saying to myself since the beginning, because I knew it was going to butterfly effect, was them fighting those Korean soldiers with the obvious hunters of the empire, or whatever they were, the scouts, fighting them and letting them get away. When they used Dimension Door, I knew it was a wrap for anything they tried to do. And then I also knew it was a wrap when Beauregard and Caleb went in disguise. I said to myself, Caleb and Beauregard should not disguise themselves the entire time they're here, especially when they went into the presence of the den mother, or when they finally got there. I was like, I don't think they should be disguising themselves. I was just like, I just don't think this is a good idea. Like, oh my gosh, I cannot. This part, oh my gosh, you guys said the story's ramping up. I cannot even right now. I cannot believe they just did this. I mean, why not? I got some of the video going. You guys want to hear where I'm at? I'm almost done with this episode, so why not? I'll let me get everything all situated. I'll run the rest of this with you guys. Let me favorite this. I'll see what happens. Or if they're going to fight or they're going to back down. I'm saying they can't fight. I was saying they're going to back down. They have to back down. Unless they could do some maybe firewall teleportation tricks. I'm not sure. Probably not. Probably not. No, probably not. They can't get out of this one. I'm so and I feel bad because I think Marisha said it. She said, "Oh my gosh, we're like so dumb. We walked into the chambers of this lady," and I'm like, yeah, I'm surprised. Like, I was like, besides them role playing the character and keeping everybody entertained and stuff, I think that's what makes it good, is that they stick to the role play. They stay to the role play. But I still feel like they just did not think this through. I was like, I kept saying as they've been here, I thought the point was to get in, get out. And the whole time they spent time here doing shit, I'm like, why are they not leaving? Like, get the shit y'all got to get. Y'all got the Moorbounders. Y'all need to go. Like, that is one part that bothered me. Almost like the Walking Dead does not compare to how I feel about this, but like, it's like that Walking Dead zombie shit for me, where they, like that long running meme of, like, we'll say zombie in general, because I can't remember if it's Walking Dead. Like, they get a nice safe house, great safe house, and that one person or two people leaves the gate open, type shit like that. I'm like, yo, like, they could have got the 10,000 coin, been on their way. Because even if they accepted the coin, it's not about the money. They could have thought about it in a different way. They could have used the money in their efforts to retrieve. Like, I feel like it was just like asking a favor from, technically, let's say, asking a favor from the enemies. Which, to be fair, they're not really enemies with the queen. But their actions will make the enemy Korean soldier fight. Like, their actions have consequences. How'd they not think about the two people that was in the back of my mind the entire time? Oh, man, that is crazy to me. All right, now that I've talked you guys' ear off, and here we go.
Surrendering.
Yeah.
Where am I
right.
at?
What are we gonna do? Fight you guys? You guys are super powerful.
Okay.
We don't work for the Empire. Please.
They don't believe
The
it.
guards all stepping up to the sides. You're behind. And here. And here.
What should we do?
And even more
Quick, say something.
begin to arrive up.
We have to tell her the truth.
Tell her the truth.
Yes, yes.
Just tell her.
She turns and sits back down on the throne. Everyone else begins to sit down. They seem to have lost attention on you in the moment, and the guards begin to rush forward and just grab you at the shoulders. They grab Caleb.
I'm sorry. We are sorry. We have come to bring you something. We have come to bring you something. We have come a long way.
No.
Do it, do it, do it.
Just
Fuck
get
it,
arrested,
do it.
man. Just get arrested.
No, because they're gonna search the shit. Do it, please.
They push
Give
Caduceus
them
onto the ground.
Give the dodecahedron.
Yasha is currently being put into shackles.
Please, please spare us. He's my husband. You have my husband. You're holding my husband.
There's no attention being paid.
Pull out the dodecahedron, please.
The Empire is working against you. Wildmount is working against you. And we have brought the proof, if you will allow me to show it to you.
The Zyther across the way goes, "What's proof?"
I need to approach my friend. I mean no harm. I need to remove something from...
Make a persuasion check.
Come on.
Oh boy, this went perfectly in my head.
16.
16.
Dodecahedron, give it to him.
You have a moment. Anything strange, and I take off your head.
Chester, I am coming to you, okay?
Give them the
I'm
dodecahedron.
just going to open this bag.
Careful,
As
there's
you
a
reach
lot of
forward,
sludge in there.
you hear the sound of many blades being drawn as you reach for the bag.
Go, give it to him.
Echoing through the
Give it
immense
to him.
chamber, the
Give it
bright
to him.
light bearing
Give it
down
to
on
him.
top of you.
You-
You can
I
feel
mean-
the sweat beads forming and dripping down your forehead and gathering in your brow.
I say this as a child of the Empire. Connected to inner circles there, long ago. And I reach in and grab the dodecahedron
Yes, give it to him. Give it to him. I mean, what?
and lift
Like,
it into the air.
I thought you were gonna get out the tripod first.
Go big or go home.
Okay.
I'll get out the tripod and put it on the center.
The minute you pull the dodecahedron out, you hear the clattering of metal. Ting, 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 ting.
They all drop.
Gasps. If you thought air was escaped from the room before, it is a vacuum now in silence. The
I'm
thrum
going
of
straight
the
to the
object in
next
your hand,
episode.
the light pulsing like the heartbeat since the moment you found it. You see every eye upon you, and the queen, the bright queen herself with this grin, has stepped around the art object, the symbol that sits before her throne, and looks down straight into her eyes wide. You see tears forming at the corners of her face.
I am of the Empire. But I am no friend to the Empire. One of your own came to retrieve this and fell. And I bring it to you. And I set it down in front of Jester, 2 or 3 feet in front of her feet, and raise my hands back into the air.
Everyone is just locked in on this, and slowly they all begin to look to the bright queen. She holds her staff up and says, "Release their bindings."
Yeah, yes.
One by one.
Caleb is the only smart
Find
one
your
for this.
chains.
I know.
manacles.
I know. Probably at the time, you guys were like, maybe it was really split. But you have to understand, if they got captured by them, I doubt this next episode will look how it will look. He, in my opinion, is the only one that made a clutch play. Like, that was clutch. We'll see how everything else unfolds. I know it'll probably be maybe Bo, maybe the rest of them are going to be frustrated with him. But he made such a clutch play. Because to be truthful, they don't really fuck with the Empire either. So why go down for the enemy's perception of them being that they are with the Empire? Right now, they look like, and I know there's so many different paths. Trust me, I think of them all. I'm an overthinker. So I'm not trying to get, I don't, you know, I hate it because I'm not like a people pleaser and I want to be able to agree with both sides. But in this moment, I have to just believe what I believe, and I believe it was the best choice. They are in, first of all, they were, from the moment they got here, they were not convincing anyone, regardless of what Matt says. Matt is a mastermind at how he's telling this story. I bet Not and Jester were not convincing at all. The persuasion checks were like damn near okay. She shrugged it off, went back to a calm spot, like when they talked to the den mother. But when they got to the queen, fuck no. Fuck no. This is the only way this could have gone, or it was completely their arrest. Like, no, like, and you know how they were, nah, I won't even say it. I won't say it. I know. They just got a powerful fucking artifact back. Yes. Probably terrible. Probably terrible. But think of it like this. This is how I think of it. You guys know already how strong they've gotten if you've seen this. So now, if it's really about picking a side for them and stopping, like maybe they're trying to take this dunamancy and fucking end the world. I don't know what they're trying to do. You know, they're trying to just win the war, right? Who knows what else are the goals, right? I'm not too far. I just know it's a war, right? So yes, they probably just made the enemy way powerful again, but if they are that worried about the world's affairs, then they can fight on the side of the Empire and live to see another day. Because I bet getting out of being in jail with these motherfuckers was not going to be easy by any means. And if they did, like when they ended up in jail, they would have to try to make an escape. You cannot tell me they were going to get released. They attacked Kryn soldiers. Damn near had the whole room go silent. If they were getting out of prison, it was either because the Empire won the war and maybe got further enough into their lands to like have the prisoners maybe of war released. I don't truly know where I'm going with that, because I can't even say that to myself and convince me that would be true. I only see a possibility of them breaking out, and if they're breaking out, people they gotta die. Like they gotta die. Like, they're going through the motherfucking Mighty Nine. You think the Mighty Nine is going down not bloody? Fuck no. Look at how they got out of Dark Toe. Like no, man. What the fuck? Caleb is the G here. I know they're probably gonna be frustrated with him. Marisha almost looks like she's gearing up for Beauregard to be mad, but I agree. I agree. Caleb had to give it over. I don't fucking know. I feel like he had to give it over. Or they as a group had to give it over, and Caleb was the only one to stand up and make it happen. I feel like everyone else was just ready to... I don't know. We don't have Taliesin or Ashley here, so I don't know if Taliesin would have gave it up. Or, well, Caduceus. But let's finish this.
Was pulled away. The queen takes a step, and another, and approaches. Tall, elegant with each step. She approaches, and she's even
Look at the fucking minis. They
more
would have been
imposing.
They would have been obliterated. Come on.
More
now.
beautiful and ethereal the closer she gets to you. She sets her staff aside and reaches down and from the handles, picks it up. You bring us hope. And you have undone one of many great wounds against us today.
It's probably not going to grant them the favor, though, maybe.
I have no words. My emotions burn within my chest.
Yeah.
If you are no friend to the Empire, You have certainly today become heroes of the dynasty.
Oh.
That's where we'll end tonight's episode.
Oh my god!
Because it's 10 o'clock and I want to do Taliesin and this one we come back in a couple weeks. Plus it's a fun moment to finish.
Oh, that's right. We're taking next week off.
Take us off, yeah.
Oh God!
Oh man. Okay.
Oh, God.
That turned that around.
Oh God!
I was like, all right, they're gonna get prison and they'll go back there and maybe it'll be like trying to find out where he's in the prison. It's like, no, okay.
Yeah.
There's my die.
Yeah.
That I was looking for.
That's where it is.
Part of the world.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of figured her husband was in jail
Yeah.
where we were going to be sent to. But
Because
no.
he did say that he was going to like Rosanna, right?
No, he didn't say it. No.
He didn't say.
We never even got to try it with the tripod.
I know.
That
Maybe
is
we
true.
can give her the
man.
tripod too and just, tell her
Just
to
go full
say,
scene.
tell her to give it a whirl while we're standing there.
Okay. I've got a lot to think about over these next 2 weeks.
Oh God!
Oh man. All right. You returned the beacon to the Queen. Okay.
So are they super powerful now? And they're gonna? Oh God!
Lord of the Empire.
Let's just go back to the third temple and get Ukatoa out here while we're at it. I mean, fuck it. What do we got to lose?
Okay. All right, guys.
Oh shit! Oh, I love fucking Travis, man.
Well done.
I'm done.
Well
Oh,
done.
man. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope I didn't anger too many people. I felt like that was the only choice they could have did. I would have done that. Like literally as I don't care what character I was playing. A hard ass, a fucking maybe a soft one. I don't know. I would have given up the beacon. I knew it would do something drastic. I just knew. I'm actually boom, brief coming in and slicing in the middle of this end portion before I end the video. One thing I actually thought about that I wanted to say in the video, but I didn't say, was hopefully, and the video is going to go back to like the regular ending after this, or whatever random point in time I just jumped in and said hi to you. I wanted to say that another one of the things that could have happened is they could have searched the haversack. Like they could have confiscated all of their stuff and dumped all the contents of the fucking haversack and found the dodecahedron and been like, oh, they're fucking enemies from the Empire and they were carrying the fucking dodecahedron. And I doubt they would have got an explanation on why they had it with them. I doubt. I mean, maybe. Now that I'm saying that and I'm hearing it out loud to myself, maybe, but slight chance. That would have looked even worse if they didn't have an explanation on why they had it. Okay. Now I know the consequences. I know literally don't know the consequences, but I know that if they got their hands on it, it was probably fucking horrible. Like when I heard, when they stare into it and it was like the many different paths, like how they seen it, it was like the many different timelines of themselves, of different choices they could have made, and then gives them the luck for game purposes. But thinking about that on a lore purpose, it's literally like they have a moment in time to absolutely make a timeline shift. So this is probably going to play a big, huge, fucking terrible role lore-wise. It depends on your perspective. But who knows? Maybe now that they're heroes of the dynasty, they somehow convince them to just like one of those like Dragon Age or like Dragon Age Inquisition or ESO, where they make the guilds relax and get all the guilds on the side. Maybe they find a way to have the war kind of still be fought but end. Have maybe their empire just want the empire out their borders and just not fight. Maybe this changes the story so drastically, to end to the amount of trust they're given now. Because it just went from, you attacked our soldiers, you're fucking going to jail, to holy shit, you brought us hope. Like, that's a pretty big drastic change. I'm getting straight into the next episode. I'm not wasting any time, and holy shit, let's go. See you guys in the next one.